Hello friends, thanks for joining me here. Let's talk about Globalstar and Zomedica. So first off, I know you're saying, why would we compare two different companies that have nothing to do with each other, that are totally different? And I'm going to explain why. So being a guy with a YouTube channel, I get to hear from a lot of different people that invest in a lot of different things. And what I've noticed with my channel is a lot of people that invest in Zomedica invest in Globalstar and vice versa. And you have two different companies in two different sectors, but are waiting for big numbers. And recently have seen very high numbers that they haven't seen in a long time. But with going into the second week of the market here, just pretty much destroying everyone, I want to talk about what we're seeing from these stocks and which one looks like it's going to hit a $10 mark first. So if you're new to Zomedica, check out Globalstar. If you're new to Globalstar, check out Zomedica. And we're going to talk about both these stocks, straight to the bullet points, what we can expect, what we can see, what we have seen, and what we know so far. So let's follow the clues here and go straight into it. So let's start with Zomedica. Now, I'm filming this about midday, around 2 o'clock today. So far, the low with Zomedica is around 219. And I'm going to be honest, today I bought about 100 more shares of Zomedica because right now, to me, this is just on sale. So quick tip, if you don't know, Zomedica March 30th has the release of a big product for them. This is a product that they have been waiting to release. It's coming out, and this is going to be big news for the pet industry, which is a billion-dollar industry, multi-billion-dollar industry, and expected to grow even more this year. A lot of people bought puppies and kittens during the pandemic. With Zomedica sitting at around, like, we'll say a 220, 230 phase right now, honestly, guys, I'm really happy with this number. This is just the new low. This is just where it's sitting. The fact that it hasn't went back to the dollar range tells me there's a lot of people just sitting in here right now, and we're pretty much just waiting for the next phase to take place here. And I made a video last week saying Zomedica is going to pop here soon. Get ready. And I really do mean that. Can we see Zomedica in the high dollar range again? Anything's possible, but we're really not expecting it. Now, if the market continues to fall apart here, which I'm going to be honest, I'm expecting the market to come back here this week, especially when the stimulus, if and when it gets passed, things should start to come around here, hopefully rebound. And just from that, I expect to see Zomedica just hit around 250, 240 zone and just stay right there. But the next plot of land that we're hoping to take with Zomedica here is the $3 range. And guys, next week is March. And once we get into March, we're going to see this thing really start moving, I think, a lot faster here. Because Zomedica themselves, they're going to be pumping the release of their new product because they know this is prime opportunity for them to release information about something they're coming out with. They're trying to get people's attention. They're trying to get veterinarians' attention so they can sell their product to them. And they're trying to get new investors' attention so people will get in the stock. But if you're looking at Zomedica right now and you think this 220 spot, we're seeing that right now, even at a 215, 210, if it were to fall to this today, tomorrow, guys, I would still be happy with that. And I think this is a great opportunity, buying opportunity for this stock right now. I think it's a tremendous sell before things actually start to happen here. And nothing has changed. We're still set for the end of March for the release of the Triforma product. So guys, switching over to Globalstar. Make a long story short, Globalstar this year has been killing it in contracts and in good news. But if you're searching for good news with Globalstar, with these analyst articles, you know, I would be very careful with those. I've talked about these before, that I'm just not a fan of those in the first place. I think they find easy targets, which is just companies that are not bringing in revenue and that are in debt, which Globalstar is one of those companies. So yes, you can say it's going to fall apart, it's not going to work. But what we're looking here at Globalstar, we're looking at what could be, what is going to happen with Globalstar. In just the beginning of this year, Globalstar has made a lot of deals with new products and then signing agreement deals with other big companies. So with that, that's new revenue, that's new growth. But we're not going to really expect to see any of the financials, the quarterlies on that, or to maybe even the middle of the year, friends. But Globalstar hit a high, $2.57, right under 260, we'll say. But Globalstar has been taking a beating from the market being down so much. Pretty much everything is. A lot of things are just taking a beating right now. So we're having a big reset right now with a lot of stocks, and Globalstar is right in the middle of that. But do I see Globalstar being a $10 stock? Absolutely. I believe Globalstar can hit a $10 range. but I believe that's going to be a slow process because that's how Globalstar is moving. That's how it's been moving. It's been very slow. Right when we think it's done, right when we think it's coming to an end, it hits a new high and then it just kind of stays around there, kind of goes back down for a week or two, and then we come right back to an even bigger number. But that's going to take a lot more good news, and that's going to take a lot more new investors who believe in the company. And I think there's a big fight right now with investors in Globalstar with calls up against puts. I think you're seeing investors that are saying this is going to hit a $10 mark by the end of the year. And then you have another half over here saying, I'm betting against the stock, and I'm saying it's going to stay around $1 or fall back down. So there is just massive fighting going on right now in Globalstar that we're seeing. You got people betting for it and people betting against it. So friends, with all that said, who do we see hitting a $10 mark first? Obviously, friends, you know it's Zomedica. From what evidence we can gather with Zomedica, you have a lot of top analysts, you have a lot of YouTubers, people that are really good at calling these things, and I'm going to even say myself that Zomedica is probably going to hit a $7 to $14 mark by March 30th. That's what we're expecting, and if it doesn't hit that, we're all going to be very surprised. But like I said, this $2 mark you're seeing right now, this is a great price, I think, for Zomedica. Like I said, I bought 100 more shares a day, so if for some reason this wasn't to work out and go any further, I would be in the hole as well. And with Globalstar hitting a $10 mark, I do believe Globalstar can hit a $10 mark. I believe there's going to be more good news with the company coming out, and especially as we start to see these new contracts bring in money and you start to see revenue from that. Bigger investors, investors that have millions and millions of dollars to put in a Globalstar, ETFs, looking for investors like that to get into Globalstar, besides your day-to-day investor who's buying around 1,000 shares to 500 shares. So I see Globalstar, it could hit a $10 mark by the end of the year, and if it did, that would be humongous. That would be really big, guys. And if you look at the chart just going back 3 months, from December to January to now February, hitting this $2 mark, and then maybe by March hitting a $3 mark, every 30 days we keep hitting a new mark, and definitely see some big numbers, double digits in Globalstar's future. So friends, that's the evidence that I see with these two stocks. If you did not know about Zomedica, I hope you know now. If you didn't know about Globalstar, I hope you know now. I've made other videos about these, talking about them extensively. Like I said, I think there's a lot of people that invest in both these companies, and these are kind of like the poor man's stock. These are the very affordable stocks that we see big gains coming, but it's going to take time, it's going to take patience, and it's going to take a lot of days like this where you're like, just come on already. And friends, I'm curious, just because I know there's so many of you that have large amounts of shares at such a cheap price, who is cashing out around March and buying a new truck, house, whatever, boat, a trip to the Bahamas? Or are you guys going to be staying in this? Just curious. I'm wondering who's going to be cashing in their lottery ticket around that time. Friends, like always, remember, be positive, be you. This market is crazy right now, and guys, hang in there. I know it's a bloodbath, but we'll make it out of this, and it's going to have greener days. But friends, thank you so much. God bless you guys, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye, guys.